I'm LC Deer, and as always, I do not own the rights or the music to this game. If you enjoy my please subscribe. Also, there are just some things in this game that are not suitable for children, so you have been warned.
That's what my papa says. Everyone has to clap back or back clap or post little emojis of clapping.
Oh yeah, sure, blame social media.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna clap, do it to my face, you cowards. Am I right?
Huh? You kids today.
How dare you encourage this?
Yeah, how dare you?
Encourage what? A blossoming friendship?
You know what I mean, Kate. You know what I mean.
More like an unholy alliance. I think I was safer with Scorpion.
Right.
You met Madam Scorpion? When?
Just a few minutes ago.
This morning, Stan had his big review. I made sure he was up extra early to prepare, though. So I'm sure he aced it. Right, buddy?
Well, I mean, I survived, I think.
Let's not get carried away. I survived.
Dang, you said it just right, Stan.
Well, don't tell yourself short, because that's not always the case. Believe me.
How do you know?
So, now that you've seen her face to face, what do you think?
Hard to say, I think I might be murdered soon, though. I think she might kill me if I don't stay on my
And
toes.
I'd better finish off that will I've been putting off writing. Any interest in a TV stand that's actually a cardboard box? Mine might be free soon. You know, after Scorpion murdered me.
Yeah.
Why? You didn't piss her off, did you?
I mean, I can't tell. I really can't tell.
No, she just gives off this sense of impending dread. Even when she's talking about something completely normal, I feel like some horrible act of violence could happen at any second.
Yeah, that sounds like that.
Well, if something like that were to happen, surely you'd have done something to instigate it, Stan. She's our superior now, after all.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What does that have to do with it? Just because she's your pseudo-boss now doesn't mean everything she does is deserved.
Well said, Kate.
Sure it does. If I ever have to punish a member of my squad, it's only because they deserve it. That's just how it is.
I suppose, Dave?
Punish or execute their subordinates without them really deserving it. That's why they're supervillains.
Gosh, I might have to mark that down in your report.
Okay. Yeah, Stan's kind of... He spoke like that about Scorpion, but then she didn't strike me as having such zealotry. She's a lot more practical about this job than someone like Dave, probably why we already get along.
Look, just be careful around her. I'm serious about what I said. Not everyone that walks into a room with Madam Scorpion walks back out.
Okay, good to know.
That sort of thing might be part of her former occupation, but old habits die hard. And you'll die easily.
Wow. Hey, I have you know that I've survived a lot.
My old habits die hard too. Sometimes I think I'm back on the farm. Today in the warehouse I called the crates hay bales by accident, and this other time I thought someone's pet parakeet was a chicken.
So what, you tried to take its eggs or something?
No, my sister collected the eggs. My job was to butcher the ones we ate.
Okay. Okay.
That sounds pleasant. Hey, wait a second!
Yeah.
Oh my god, you did it!
No way, Dave.
Well, it looks like we finally solved the mystery of what happened to Lord Bird.
Yep.
It was an accident!
Bird murdered that chicken.
I think that crosses the line from habit to disorder.
Right?
Although, now that I think about it, that's a pretty good example for this situation. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Oh, you're welcome, Kate. Just a little squad supervisor nugget of wisdom for you. I've got loads of them.
You're kind of crazy, huh, bro? Like, you could actually probably be a real villain. He would be a real freaking villain, and he wouldn't think anything he's doing is wrong. That's like, not Joker crazy, but close to it. Yeah.
So, basically, Stan, be careful around Madam Scorpion, or you could end up like Lord Purplum.
Delicious?
He was delicious.
Dead, Stan. Very dead.
Well, that too.
But luckily, the most dangerous thing that you'll encounter tonight are some bad dice rolls, right?
Actually,
True, though they'll be more dangerous for everyone else. Wait, does this mean you're playing?
May, if your party has room for a paladin. You said they needed a tank, right?
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, that's perfect. Just a normal paladin, though? Anytime someone plays a paladin around here, usually a dark paladin instead. Because
you know,
Oh, right. I mean, of course, it's a dark paladin. I just figured that was obvious. Wasn't that obvious?
no.
Paladins, dice rolls. What are you guys talking about? Wait. Oh, are you guys playing spells and swords tonight? Oh gosh, that sounds fun. Can I join?
You know you can, Dave. I try to hide my rinse. Oh crap, I should have been more careful. I knew if he heard about it, he would invite himself.
Why not? There's not a limit on players. As long as it's okay with Stan, of course.
You guys can play all you want to. I glance at Kate looking for a teasing glance that I know I'll find her eyes, but there's something encouraging as if she's trying to nudge me into saying yes. She's right, of course. Technically, I could say no, but technically Dave is sort of my boss. So as much as I might direct things, my only choice is to accept.
You can join the party. What class are you going to?
Dude, we not gonna be there. We got a mission.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is there a class that's kind of like a squad supervisor? That would work great.
How about a cleric? They're sort of like a supervisor.
They heal people.
So they make sure everyone is on time and focusing on their work.
Not exactly, no.
No, I mean they help support everyone and keep them feeling good. Supervisors aren't supposed to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, Stan, it's okay. Being a squad supervisor is a complicated job. Not just anyone can understand how it works.
That's not how it works.
But I don't really have a better idea, so I guess that'll work.
Good. I shrug and try in recognition. Well, he's going to invite himself into the party. It may as well be a healer. Kate and Dave continue to discuss their plans for tonight's session, but I tune out. I've forgotten something important. Oh snap, the gig. Yeah, you forgot about the gig. We're all into this talk about spells and swords. I forgot about it.
So, not to change topics or to kill anyone's enthusiasm, but I may have gotten ahead of myself about tonight's session.
Yep.
What's wrong? Is a dark paladin not villainous enough? Do I need to be a demon paladin or something?
Not exactly,
Oh,
no.
there's definitely enough villains. It's just that something else happened in that review. The thing is, Madam Scorpion asked me to sign up for a henchman gig tonight.
Kind of demanded me to.
That's great, Stan. As your squad supervisor, I'm proud of the recognition you're getting for your hard work, and the recognition your squad and squad leadership will also get for helping you work so hard.
I don't know about all that.
Sure. Thanks, man.
Whatever. I look at Kate's face, not sure what reaction I should be expecting. Disappointment, maybe? The reality is more on the lines of handsome sign with a hidden concern.
Did you say what the job was?
No, she did not.
No. There's a few more details in the app. Here.
I pull out my phone, open up the Henchman app, and hand it to her. She won't find much more information there. Just a general description of the job, the pay, the time, and various ratings of different parts of the job. Things like general difficulty lifters, expectations regarding the use of lethal force, civilian presence, and the possibility of a superhero intervention are all given different ratings out of 5 stars. No location is given. Meeting coordinates are sent through a separate encrypted message shortly before the job. If you decide to accept, more information would be nice, but I can't say I expected much more. Kate frowns as she scrolls through the data and hands me back my phone.
It's a good payday. Could be risky though. This is an entry level for most of it.
Oh, really?
That's the idea, I think. It's meant to be some kind of test.
Well, I want to climb up on them ranks.
It's a tough call. On the one hand, this is Madame Scorpion, and she's not used to being refused. On the other hand, if it's meant to be a test, then it will definitely be dangerous. Plus, you'd totally be missing out on our awesome Spells and Swords adventure.
True, but I want to move up in the ranks, bro. I think I can do more than what I am.
So, if I were you, I'd take some time to think about it. I won't blame you either way, but if you had to decide right now, which one would you pick?
Huh. I want the side gig. I'm not gonna lie, I wanna see what this could lead to.
Well, I do love money. So right now, I guess I'm leaning towards the side.
Yeah, I wanna see.
Really? I didn't realize things were that tight for you. The henchman rates seem pretty good for this assignment, so I get it, but...
I'm just saying, man, I just kinda wanna move up in the ranks, that's all, you know?
Won't lie, I'd be a little disappointed if this super exclusive SMS meetup of yours is cancelled after all the hype. I was kind of hoping we could hang out. But it's no big deal, really. You do what you've got to do.
Of course. And I'm going to. And I'm gonna.
Hey, I'm not blowing you off. Promise. And this is just what I'm thinking right now. Maybe I'll change my mind. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Well, whatever call you make, don't sweat it. Honest.
I know what call I'm making.
Thanks, rookie. Whatever I end up deciding, you guys will be the first to know.
Yeah, be the first ones.
And how are you going to let me know exactly? Carrier pigeon? Or do you guys send messenger rats through the walls around here?
Right. We never exchanged numbers, did we? 1 second.
1 second. After fumbling with a few pouches, I remember which one holds my phone, and we exchange contact information. Dave insists on doing so as well, which doesn't seem entirely appropriate, but that's Dave. That might be a good biology title, not entirely appropriate. Maybe the whole lower bedroom operation as a whole gotta hang on to that one.
There we go. That'll be easier. Though, I admit, I was sort of looking forward to some kind of trained animal messenger.
That would be cool.
Honestly, they might be more reliable. In the secret mountain base isn't great. Big shot, I know.
Yeah, real big shot. The rest of the lunch is filled with small talk, nothing groundbreaking, but it's oddly relaxing. Kate's better at redirecting Dave's optimism, and he's only mentioning that he's a squad supervisor like 3 or 4 times. With Kate around, the dynamic of our spells and sword session seems like it has potential, even with Dave's unexpected last-minute addition. That is, if I decide to go do it. I'll see where my head is at in a few hours. Regardless of my current feelings, Kate's right. This decision that I need to think about very carefully. I want to do it, bro. Let's do it. Let's do it. As the day drags into a late afternoon, I return to my room to change into spare uniform and freshen up. Neither game night nor the side gig feels like the right venue for that sweaty warehouse day aroma. Maybe I should invest in some cologne between the sweat and getting thrown into a dumpster. I've had a lot of smells to cover up lately. As I finish buckling up my uniform, I grab my phone from where I left it on the bed. Frowning, I open the Henchman app. Navigate the gig Madame Scorpion had mentioned and stare. That is it. I give myself all day to think, what should I do? Unwind with some spells and swords game night, or taste a Henchman gig and earn some extra money? I actually want to see what's going on, bro. I gotta take the gig. I tapped the button labeled accept on the app. I could use the extra money and turn down Madam Scorpion direct orders. Feels like it could end very badly. It really could. And that's doubly true since I accepted it to her face earlier. And if I just refuse, maybe she'd give me a little credit for having some spine, but I doubt it. But I doubt I get any kind of slack right now. On the flip side, she did seem oddly pleased about it. Can't hurt to be in her good graces. It really can't. Then again, Scorpion a side-to-side gig doesn't look that great for my health either. And any of these wafers I keep scrolling through, any incidents. Jesus, why are there so many of them? I get it. If I'm injured, get sick, or die, I can't sue the Scorpion group. No need for the whole paragraph on the fishing alone. Bro, if you dead, you can't sue anybody. Had a few more maybe a Raven rights that I didn't even know I had. A map finally appears pointing towards my nearest pickup location. Looks like it's outside of base in the middle of the forest. It's a pre-shift, I guess, but the whole crowd sound Black Ops is giving me a weird vibe. It's kind of weird. They may not let us use my phone once we leave. I better text everyone beforehand. Dave will be disappointed. He may have just found out about it, but anything that can be tied back to the team building or squad utility can become as sacred as Lord Bedroom's philosophy to him, such as it is. Well, he'll have to get over it. I got my own priorities, and he only has a say on what I do during business. Outside that is my business. Case another matter exactly. After texting Dave, I text a message to her, but I hesitate before sending it. She seemed generally excited to be part of the game, and part of me feels like I'm letting her down. There'll be other game nights, bro. I really want to check this out. But she has to understand, right? For her to knock it, I'll just have to make it up to her. I shake off the guilt, press send, and pocket my phone. Not gonna be back. Not going to back now. And no going back now. And the meeting points is ways off. Better get moving. Yeah, Henchman side hustle. I walk through the halls going against the grain of the usual game night traffic. A short while later, I step out into the hallway, bag in tow. While the halls aren't jam-packed, there are definitely more people than normal, all heading off to take part in a game or another. Hey, I think I'm missing a good game night though, bro. That's like gonna be a very good game night. But I really want to do this. The main hall will have more people playing on cheap card tables surrounding the sea of plastic folded chairs. Is where we hold any tournament or contest, and it's also where Lord Bedroom is usually found. Oh man, Lord Bedroom in there too? Dang, bro. The fearless leader in there too. I already hear a cheer from the Russian as if to remind me of all the fun I won't be having tonight. But that's only if you make enough money. You can just buy fun whatever you want, right? No. No. Money don't buy happiness, bro. If the mission, if I really wasn't that excited about this mission, because I really want to see what's happening, I would have chose game night. The further I walk, the fewer people I see. There's a little in this direction besides the main entrance So all I expect to find are the few unlucky souls that drew guard duty tonight, like that woman up ahead. I already slacking out by the looks of it, just leaning against the wall like she's waiting for someone. Wait,
What are you doing?
what are you doing here?
What's it look like? Waiting for you. I saw you took that gig, and what do you know? My schedule's suddenly free.
Wait, what? You coming with me? No, Kate, no, you're just gonna... I might have to do some things, Kate. Like, this is serious, bro. I might do some things.
Sorry about that. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I gotta go.
I told you not to sweat it.
Yeah?
Besides, you were upfront about it. Can't ask for more than that.
Hold on, guys. Hello? Huh? Jazz, I don't got $20 on me. You have to wait till Friday. You'll have to wait till Friday. No, I'm saying you'll have to wait till Friday till I get paid. And then I'll get them for you. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I was upfront about it.
I still feel bad.
Yeah, I still feel really bad about it.
That's your prerogative. But really, it's no big deal. You still rank below the kid that ditched me at my freshman semi-formal on the list of guys who's left me hanging.
Oh, really?
What did you do to him?
Yeah, what did you even do to him?
Let's just say that was when I took apart my first. Now come on, we can't be late for dust off.
I guess so. Kate starts walking down the hall and I quickly follow after her and I called up, I match her face and I show her pencil.
You beat me here anyway. It's a long walk from the living quarters.
Yeah, how did you beat me?
I was in the area.
Why?
Doing what?
Yeah, what exactly?
Alright, I was lost, okay? I've been looking for the game room for a half hour when you texted, so I figured I might as well stay put.
Really? You didn't see all the people gathering?
Alright.
Hey, say so. She didn't look like someone who has been lost, but I didn't press it any further.
So, find out any more details about this gig?
Yeah.
Not really, but I expect the queen bee herself to be part of it. This smells like members.
You mean Scorpion? Does she tag along on a lot of these things?
No, just occasionally, but there's a pattern to it. It's usually... it's hard to explain. Just a hunch, I guess.
You got a hunch, huh? I scratch my chin as I ponder her explanation, or rather the lack. Therefore, just a hunch, huh? However, before I can ever ask what she meant by it, I find myself interrupted.
Right there, you two. Let's see some ID. Chop, chop.
Oh, sure. I stop and look up to find my familiar square peering at me behind the window of security checkpoint. James, the gate supervisor, must have been lost and thought, looks like we reached the main gate already. The main entrance
Oh, hey,
already.
James. We were just headed out for a bit. Mind opening the gate for us?
Yeah, do you mind?
Just like that, huh? Just close some gatekeeping and we walk on through?
Yes?
Is that not how gates work? Should we do a different kind of dance when we go through or something?
What type of dance is the point? Remember rookies these days? The king is a 5-year strategic. I determine who gets in and who gets out. You could say I can put my life on more orders.
Yeah. He takes his job very seriously.
You could say that. Except you're not actually allowed to...
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Lord Bedlam from coming or going, remember? We've been over this, dude. Complaints were filed, HR got involved.
Alright, I'm back.
Just open the gate, man. Don't make a whole thing out of it.
Yeah, come on, bro. Grumbling the entire way, Drain trudges over to the gate controls and pulls the lever, letting the gate open with a groan.
Alright, here's your receipt. Good morning, my web stand. One day, you'll need to get through and I'll be allowed to stop you. One day, it will be the gate supervisor's time. One day.
One day, Dave, but today's not that day. Whew. One day, James, but today's not that day.
That day's never going to come, is it?
Well, not today. Kate, not today.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm. With our path clear, we make our way through the gate and into the neutral caverns beyond. The words "one day" echoing off the walls, even as the gate closes in our wake. After another hike through the series of tunnels, we finally emerge into the weirdness where we greeted with the painfully bright light of the late afternoon sun. Glad we off of work early today. I hate coming up here at night. The return trip is gonna suck. I can feel the poison ivy in my uniform already.
This way. I know the spot they're using.
It's not long before we reach our destination, a small clearing of a large mossy stump in the middle and a small babbling creek just beyond a far tree line. No one else appeared to be here, so I saunter up to the stump and take a seat. I check my phone, a full minute ahead of schedule, nothing to worry about, so why does Kate look so tense? Why are you tense, Kate?
Don't worry, James won't lock us out. He talks a big game, but that's all it is.
Yeah, that's all he does. He just talks.
No, it's not that.
Then what's up? I frown confused. It's not dark yet, and no one's ever comes into the woods except bedroom henchmen, so I'm not sure why she's be nervous. The most dangerous thing you can find out here is a skunk or maybe
Getting it a little close, aren't we?
scorpion. I jump with a whirl at the source of noise just in time to see Madam Scorpion step out from the shadows like a lioness emerging from the undergrowth. When she stalks forward, she barely makes a sound, and her footing is never in doubt despite the uneven ground. Somewhere in the depths of my primal lizard brain, my fight or flight reflex is triggered, and I hear a voice scream at me to run. Instead, I cough and clear my lump in my throat and offer a sloppy salute.
Close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and orbital doomsday lasers, ma'am. I wouldn't know for sure since we never had either of those last two, but it seems like a safe bet.
Yep. Yeah, I can still talk shit. I ain't gonna lie, Stan. You talk a lot of mess for somebody who don't got no powers.
You're not missing out. Orbital weaponry is overrated. Easily identified and easily dismantled. Just ask Dr. Calamity.
I wish that I could. Scorpion chuckles to herself and shakes her head at a joke that we are not privy to. Before her eyes flash at
I'm
Kate.
surprised to see that you brought company, Stanley. I don't recall my invitation including a +1.
It's for anybody who want to sign up. Kate offers a crisp salute without a flinch.
Ma'am, sorry if I'm intruding. I just saw the gig on the app and...
I am speaking to Stanley. If I require your input, I will request it.
Ooh. Man, Madam Scorpion, man, bro. Her eyes linger on Kate, still present name tag.
Kate? Is that understood?
This time, Kate stays silent, merely nodding in understanding. Scorpion appraises her for a moment more before turning her gaze to me. Hastily, I rise from my seat and offer a decidedly less crisp
Now,
salute.
Stanley, explain yourself. Why is she here with you?
I mean... I want to hear.
Want her here, ma'am. We were supposed to go to game night together, and I felt bad about ditching her, so I was hoping she could tag along.
Yeah. I know Kate's expression shift. It's hard to tell if she's worried or confused with the mask but when I smile at her, she smiles back.
I didn't think to check whether that would be allowed.
You said anybody could join.
I figured you'd be way too busy. I wouldn't want to interrupt you at your office as invited.
Yeah, you're way. Scorpion eyes narrow and she glances between us, considering.
Very well. I'll assume.
Hey, I'm popular. I'm popular with the ladies.
Though I'll warn you, Kate. You may regret taking him up on his offer. This is a dangerous assignment. Hardly the time for socializing.
What do you mean?
I'm aware, ma'am. I read the ratings in the app. I just need the money, and I'd rather work with someone I can trust.
She smiles at me again, and some of the guilt I felt slips away. She didn't deserve to be ditched by me and grilled by Scorpion in the same night. I'm glad that took some of the heat off of her.
Very well,
But
this job was supposed to have been marked as exclusive. Only certain users should have been able to see it. So, Kate, are you certain that you signed up for this job in particular?
Yes, ma'am. Here, I'll pull it up.
how? Kate unlocks her phone and holds it out for Scorpion, who takes it without hesitation. After examining the screen, the supervillain frowns and hands the phone back to her.
Odd. Either it's a bug, or someone on our live team needs to remember just who they're working for. You shouldn't have been able to see that.
Yeah, but she did. Did you, Shining Nova? Like, I'm calling it, bro. I'm calling it. They gotta be you.
You're one of ours, correct? How long have you been with the program?
Good question.
A few months, ma'am. This is my third gig, first long term. Sorry about the mistake. I didn't even know that the app had exclusive jobs.
Me either. And that's why you're doing this whole closed beta thing though, isn't it? To test all the features?
Right.
That is one of the goals, yes. Well, assuming you don't botch the job and get yourself captured, I expect you to file a bug report before morning. Understood.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Scorpion looked like she's about to inquire further, but before she can, we're interrupted by the sound of helicopter blades rapidly growing louder. Our eyes turn to the sky, and soon enough, a jet black helicopter soars into view, flying as low as it can without touching the treetops below. It slows and comes to a halt above the clearing. Wow, I'm reading a whole lot better today than I had in the last 2 days. I step back and give it room, but that's no need, as a rope ladder soon falls down from the sides of the vehicle. Nervously, I look up to the helicopter, measuring the distance in my head. Physical activity already. This job really is going to be dangerous.
Over half a minute late.
Wow. Clearly used to this, Scorpion strides over to the ladder and looks back at us expectantly.
Well, we're already half a minute behind schedule, Stanley. Let's not make it worse.
It's Stan. Don't call me Stanley, please don't.
Right, sorry.
Just
Stretching.
I'm just stretching, bro. You know.
Like you're standing still.
And look, bro. I'm stretching in my head, okay? And I gotta get used to this, you know. I gotta mentally prepare myself to do this.
Emotions need stretching too, alright, Kate?
Yeah, emotions and junk. Reluctantly, I walk up to the ladder, take a breath, and began to climb. Fortunately, aside from the one moment near the top where I accidentally looked down, it actually wasn't that bad. Soon enough, I'm seated inside a helicopter with a dozen of other henchmen and nearby as many different uniforms. Kate soon follows, and Madam Scorpion literally leaps up from the ladder afterwards. While it's nothing next to going one-on-one with Miss Dynamo, the move was so effortless that it makes me wonder about Scorpion's power. She clearly has some, but do they go beyond her obvious physical abilities. Good point. If she was really the top tier assassin, okay. If she was really the top assassin in the world, filled with supervillains, surely there's more to it than that, right? Maybe this job is where I'll find out. Though, if it is, that probably means we're in serious danger. She played things so close to this that I can't imagine her revealing her full arsenal unless she has to. So on the second thought, maybe some mysteries aren't meant to be solved.
Accounted for. Pilot, take us to the next rendezvous point.
Kate and I hurried to strap in as the pilot complies with Madam Scorpion orders. For her part, the supervillain mercenary grabs a handful of plants her feet. Grabs a handful and plants her feet on prettily by the swaying of the helicopter. As we ride towards our destination, the sun sets to slip beneath the horizon and the city fades into view. Not long after that, our helicopter sits down in a small field near the city limits, and we pile into a van. Was wondering when we make the switch like that. Sometimes, like a helicopter, is bound to attract attention, and we found out on Wednesday, and this job seems a lot more subtle than Lord Bedroom's usual fare. By the time we pile out the van and into an abandoned parking lot, that apparently our destination. The last shreds of dust are gone, and the night is lit only by the moon and the city bright lights, neon lights.
And here we are. Now, I know this might be a foreign concept to some of you, but while we're exposed, let's try to keep a low profile, shall we? That means minimal chatter, understood?
Yes, ma'am. She explicitly holds her gaze on me for a moment while she's saying the last part, and Kate, who stands next to me, lightly elbows me in the side.
No.
Now then, all surveillance cameras along our designated route have been disabled, so don't stray from it. We go up the fire escape there, directly west along the rooftops, and enter the fourth building via roof access. Well, get moving.
Yes, ma'am. The other henchmen scramble towards the fire escape like a frantic conga line of brightly colored candles. Candies. As candies. Kate and I start to follow a less panicked pace. However, I see Madam Scorpion has started walking in another direction entirely. Perceptive as always, she doesn't fail to notice my stare and turns to face me, eyebrows waved with a imperious indignation.
Yes, Stanley? Do you have a question?
Yes.
You said you turned off the cameras. How did you do that?
Yeah.
An insightful query. Perhaps too insightful for your own good, darling.
You think so?
Do you really think someone of my stature wouldn't know how to deal with a few cameras?
I didn't say that. I was just wondering. I trail off, not daring to finish my thought, pointing out that she didn't answer my question is more likely to earn her ire then a question. Luckily, Kate takes my hesitation as an opportunity to step
We're
in.
just impressed. That's all, ma'am. You're in a tight show.
Scorpion doesn't look the least flattered as she turns her critical eye on a shorter woman looking down on her.
I do indeed. And that means you'd better stop stalling and get up that fire escape. Don't you agree?
I suppose.
Right away, ma'am. Come on, let's get to climbing.
Kate gives me a light rap on my shoulder and reassuring smile, and I mouth a thank you in return. Not everyone would risk Scorpion's wrath to help me out like that. Even though we pace ourselves, we climb up the fire escape is long, and we find myself a little winded by the time we reach the top. Damn, we're not even at the hard part. And there's already been so much work. Luckily, the henchmen ahead of us didn't do as good of a job at pacing themselves, so catching up was easy. Not that Kate would have trouble going a little faster. She's barely seemed warmed up after that.
Hey, slow down. We're not in a rush.
Yeah, there ain't no need to rush, lady.
What's the matter? Ended already? All we've done is climb some stairs. Come on, man.
There are a lot of stairs.
No? Well, that too, but that's not the point. Once we catch up, get past the guys in the back, but don't get too close to the front, right? Trust me.
Yeah, trust me.
Why? Is that your plan to get out of doing the hard work? Or are you still worried about the cameras?
No, I'm just trying to get out doing hard work.
Nah, not that. I believe Scorpion when she says they're off. That was genuine curiosity. For an isolated operation, having the cameras doesn't sound too crazy. Does she do this with every gig on the app? I know it's the digital age and all that, but it still doesn't seem like something that a person should be able to just do with the snap of their fingers.
Right.
No, you're right. It's... Well, I'm curious. I'm kind of surprised you latched onto that detail.
Well, I'm smart.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
Yeah, try
But
to.
all that aside, just trust me on this. The front and the rear are always the worst places to be on any team larger than that. The guys in the rear have it the worst because that's where the superheroes usually show up. And the guys up front deal with the in-house security. But the guys in the middle, they usually make it. Well, unless it's just a big mess and everyone has to scatter. But I doubt that'll happen with Scorpion overseeing this in person.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's good thinking. I never really thought about that.
No one ever does. As we catch up to the other, we casually slip past the guys taking up the rear and melted in the middle of the pack. I glance down at Kate to offer a thumbs up, which she returns along with an uneasy smile. Our patchwork team of mercenary henchmen is quite the odd sight, a mob of multicolored glooms hopping along the rooftops. But with the cameras gone and the adjacent building either too short or abandoned, there's no one to appreciate the show. No one in the goggle of the henchmen seems to be practically enthusiastic about it either. Thank you. Whew, I can speak. None of us know each other. Hell, I don't even recognize most of these uniforms. And everyone took Scorpion line about minimizing chatter to heart. It's a weird vibe. We're technically a team, but not really. Eventually we reach the target rooftop. The guys in front are both wearing green gold uniforms, and they're either young or cocky because they walk up to the roof access door and pull it open. I let out a sign of relief. So far so good. Still, as our point men start down the stairs, Kate and I make sure to maintain a safe distance. Someone waiting for us down there. I have that feeling. The stairwell from the roof is short, only meant to connect to the top level. So it's not long before our little band of misfits henchmen enter the facility proper. Someone lets out a low whistle as a green-clad point man opens the door, and while he quickly shushed, I have to agree with the sentiment. What awaits us is impressive. I'm not all that tech savvy, but my best guess is that it's some kind of server room. Rows and rows of uniform machines hung quietly in the darkness, glowing from the light of the blinking LEDs.
Makes sense. You guys were on a data heist for your last operation too, right?
I guess.
Yeah, we were. You think you guys were back here too?
Yeah.
It would fit. Scorpion doesn't do things randomly.
You think so? I'm not in agreement. Before we can discuss anything further, our vanguard is waving us to move, and the whole group starts creeping slowly forward. The row makes it a tight squeeze, or even two people to stand shoulder to shoulder like frantic library in here. I glance at Kate and find her looking back at me, jaw set, I know, equally tense. It would be a bad spot to run into that trouble I'm expecting, which means, of course,
10 o'clock. Guys!
I turn my head and immediately set it, fading and glowing brighter as it passes between the eye. Unfortunately, the green and gold duo doesn't. Not until they step into the next aisle and are right into the path. Immediately the guard lets out a shout, and while the green henchmen reach for their weapon, the guard is faster on the draw. A sharp electric crackle cuts through the air, and a heartbeat later, both of the henchmen fall on the floor, twitching violently as sparks run across their uniforms. Already the other henchmen are scrabbling every which way. The sense of discipline shatters amongst them immediately. This is about to go sideways real fast. Kate rushes and grabs the nearest of our would-be teammates, keeping them from scattering.
Get back here! We need to stay organized!
Like they gonna do that. It causes some of them to hesitate, but not for long. If I help, maybe we could convince everyone to stick together and find a way out of this. On the other hand, we just let them run around like a bunch of idiots. They could make a nice distraction. That wouldn't take lead after all. I join Kate in her efforts to core our panic squad mates.
Right. Stop freaking out. If we just run around like a bunch of morons, we're toast. We need to run around like a bunch of coordinated morons.
Right.
Those aren't superheroes out there. These are just security guards. Regular dudes paid to protect some more important dudes' stuff. They're just like us, only we dress better.
Right. A few of the other henchmen calm down after they one even chuckles nervously. I point at her gratefully.
Appreciate you.
Kate nudges me and smiles.
I appreciate the help. Thanks.
I suppose.
No problem. Did you have a plan?
Do you even have a plan?
Yes and no. How about you?
I don't know, but I glanced down the other. I realized that I need to pretend like I
As a
do.
matter of fact, I do.
So
Okay.
first,
First,
we need to go on the
we
defensive.
need to go on the offensive. There can't be that many guards, and they didn't know we were coming. If we hit hard as a group, we can overwhelm them.
We can overwhelm them quick.
Our only option? You just said they were normal dudes, like us.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. Which means one, we can win, and two, as professionals, they know how this goes. Our side pays us, their side pays them, no hard feelings. Right, team?
Yeah. The other henchmen nod in mutter agreements, which very levels of enthusiasm. Good enough. With a flourish, I put out into my combat baton and start using the direct.
Okay, you guys swing around and try to flank the ones we spotted. You two head for the entrance and cut off anyone coming to help.
You three?
Rear guard.
The trio groans, but I could help agree.
Just throwing you guys come with Kate and I. We're going right in.
Yep. I turn to Kate and take a deep breath. You ready?
As we'll ever be. Let's do this.
Sure. Baton in hand, I jog forward through an endless row of servers. Okay. And it's a good thing I do, because as I round the corner, some of face to face with a pair of guards. Luckily, the three henchmen that I brought along dog piled the nearest one, crashing into the ground in a tangled mess of limb colored uniforms. Not the most effective takedown, but it'll do. In the distance, I see more clumsy scruffles break out as the henchman is sent to the flank guard their move. Wow, man, we suck as henchmen. Isn't pretty, but it seems to be working. It just leaves me and one guard deal. Okay, I can handle one.
You can either walk away or...
As he charged at me like a maniac, apparently I managed to give him a good whack on the shoulder as he rushes me, but his other hand managed to reach for my uniform. Before I can wrap, we both collide a rack service. Okay.
What the hell, dude? We both look so stupid.
Yep, we do. I print each word just as a swinging baton smacks the guard in the back. Jesus, what kind of security firm did this place hire? The bludgeoning looses his grip, and I manage to push him out quickly before I step and gain some distance.
You asked for it.
Yeah. I raise my baton, prepared to charge, but pause when I see movements out of the corner of my eye. Is that someone hopping on the top of the server like some kind of ninja, or is it Kate? And two shots, she leaps off the just row of the servers. On the third one, she sends a sole foot current towards the guard's chest with a flying kick. The wind is immediately knocked out of the assailant, and he stumbles backward until the literally bounces off another soldier. But then Kate has landed there not only to catch him before he collides with the floor, but immediately to turn that into an armbar.
I was teeing that one up for you.
Yeah, man, I had it.
I could tell.
Yeah. With some effort, Zip pulls a zip tie out from her belt and secures the guard's wrist to one of the security racks. Server racks, I mean. Her foe is subdued. She twirls out an armbar and swipes the man's taser and fires it past his shoulder. I whirl for a second. The second guard already fallen on the ground. Composing. Oh my gosh. How the... Bro, Shiny Nova, bro. I turn back to offer a sidebar on to find a third guard running towards Kate behind her. Lacking any kind of projectile, I run forward and dive into a baseball slide, swinging my baton at the man's shin. As it connects, he trips forward, yelping in pain. Meanwhile, I scramble back to my feet, fumbling with my baton. Where the hell was that shock switch? Oh, there it is. A jolt of electricity surges through the end of the baton, and a moment later, the security guard lays unconscious.
And that was all me, so we're totally even. As long as we're not counting style points.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't as cool, but I did it.
Oh, we definitely are. Now come on, let's wrap this up.
Sure. Thanks to the combined efforts of a newly organized henchman thanks to the combined efforts of the newly organized henchmen that didn't take long, and we didn't lose that many of our own. I can feel my phone buzz. Pulling it out of my belt reveals that it's a notification from the Hench Corp app, and judging by the reaction of those around me, we all got it. Okay. I look at Kate and shrugs. Better do it what it says. Finding the way down doesn't take long, but we doubled and checked the corners before entering. Getting caught in a cramped stairwell will be bad news considering our losses already. Our caution slows our pace to a crawl, but fortunately it's an uneventful descent. Soon enough we open the stairwell door to find.
Is this whole building filled with them?
I do believe so.
Don't doubt it. Classic Madam Scorpion target. But what's this place doing in the middle of the city? The only places with this much sensitive data that I know of are intentionally isolated.
Huh.
Wait, you've been to one of these places before?
Yeah. Before Kate can answer, a metal door clang sounds echoes through the room as we turn to find a severed metal limb roll to stop a dozen meters
Don't
away.
be frightened. It can't hurt you.
Okay. With a swagger that's your garden variety egomaniac could only dream of, Scorpion saunters into view holding her energy sword in one hand, which appears to be a discombobulated robot head, decapitated robot head in the other. A black duffel bag is swung over her shoulders, though she moves like it weighs nothing at all. With a wicked grin, she holds up the sparking robot skull up to eye level like she's in a cyberpunk re-edition of Hamlet.
Isn't that right, my friend? Yes. You and all your ilk aren't a threat to anyone right now, are you?
Okay. Out of a sense of morbid curiosity, I dare to peer around the corner, even brace for a sense of carnage. The sight is disturbing. A pile of manga robot parts flowing across several of the aisles. Twisted metal limbs, the weapon barrels produced from the heap, and oil pools of blood across the tile. Scorpion's done more than destroy him. She sliced them into bits.
But we can't just have them lying around like that, can we? It's unsightly. So, Stanley, darling, you're coming with me, but the rest of you?
Yeah. She tossed the duffel bag to the
Your
ground.
next task is in there.
Okay. The other henchmen stare at the bags normally, all but Kate. Anyway, who was looking at me?
Be careful.
I'll try.
You too.
Yeah, you be careful too. Kate smiles and wraps her knuckles against my shoulder. With that, my peer steps forward, offering Scorpion a salute, dealing down and opening a bag, revealing cleaning supplies. I guess she wants to literally scrub the place of evidence. Glad I'm getting out of that. With an apologetic shrug, I rush to catch up with the supervillain's long, graceful strides.
Thanks for choosing me, man. Or, whatever this is. I appreciate it.
I don't think you should.
Don't bother. Your ability to shirk any duties related to manual labor simply makes you more useful to me here. Nothing more.
She knows me well.
And I'm curious to know how the operation has gone for you so far.
So far, so good.
Well, you know how these things are. Pretty routine. If you've broken into one data center, you've broken into 100.
Yeah, 100.
Don't play coy, Stanley. The question was largely rhetorical. I know exactly how everything happened.
Really?
First, you elected to stay in the middle of the group with your partner. A prudent measure, and one that quickly paid dividends as things, how to put it gently, broke down.
I don't think it was gently, but
Yet despite your earlier precautions, you wasted time trying to rally the troops. Why?
Well, I figured that was the best chance we had at getting out of there unscathed.
yeah.
Stanley, I thought you were smarter than this. You do understand the premise of this program, don't you? These other henchmen are your competitors, not your comrades.
I mean, true.
You may need to pay lip service to that farce under Bedlam, but here you don't need to waste your breath. Here, you can truly act in your best interests. You need to embrace that. Even so, your overall strategy to crush your enemies beneath your wing was a sound one. I was impressed that you managed it so efficiently, even after wasting all that time.
True.
I tried my best, ma'am. Though my heel wasn't really involved. I'm actually pretty bad at kicking in general. These hammies have no flexibility at all.
Yeah,
Made
none.
it work, though. And Kate was a big help, too. Where'd you guys find her? She pulled out some MMA cage fighter type shit out of nowhere.
So she did. I'll be sure to look up her profile.
Yeah, do that. As we talk, we move deeper into the room, passing row upon row of servers. A few beats of silent passes before a thought occurs to me.
How did you know what was going on up there anyway? Were you watching?
Good question, Stan. How did you know?
In a manner of speaking, yes. I would think that was obvious.
Yeah, but how?
But not in person, right? You couldn't have. Did it have something to do with the cameras?
Yeah.
Persistent about that, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm very curious. I'm a very curious man.
Very well. I'll give you a hint. But only because I like you.
Sweet.
Yes, it has something to do with the cameras. But not in the way you think.
In what other way then?
Stanley. One hint is all you get.
You gotta tell me one day. I'll find out eventually anyway.
Understood.
We continue to walk in silence for a few moments until I find my glaze lingering on the server robot head that Scorpion is carrying.
That's a totally different question, though.
You may. So long as you are prepared for the answer.
Okay.
Sure. Look, it seems pretty clear that you didn't need any help with this job. So why bring us along at all?
Yeah.
Need? No, of course not. I don't need anyone. People are more of a luxury good. They can make things go faster, more smoothly.
True.
Like with the cleaning.
Yes, exactly. And those that didn't make it past the upper floor played their part as well. Drawing guards, creating a mess that's just waiting to be found. Whoever finds that will surely assume that my target was on that floor. And why not? The company who stores their data there is a weapons manufacturer after all. The perfect red herring, don't we think?
Really?
What you're after is here instead?
Precisely. And when our friends have cleaned up the mess, no one will suspect I was here. Among terabytes of private data scraped from the far corners of the internet.
Pretty smart.
So while some hero or agency spends weeks chasing down a fake lead, any trace of the true theft will have disappeared.
She turns at me with a devilish grin and winks. I call into my hand and avert eyes, writhing under her gaze. In response, she lets out the haughty laugh, which only serves to make me feel even more awkward.
Such a professional.
Right now, we passed the last row of servers to reach a very edge at the room. A thick metal security door stands before us, controlled by a nearby keypad.
This for me, darling.
Okay. Without even bothering for a confirmation, Scorpion shoves the hilt of her beam saber into my hands. Though I fumble it for a second, I quickly gain control and immediately lock on to a two-hand death grip. Meanwhile, the supervillain puts her free hand on the keypad and closes her eyes. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see her grip tightly on a robot head, causing the metal to squeeze in protest. Soon enough, the keypad turns green and I hear the sound of the door lock. Disengaging. How does she do that? I think back to my question about how she saw what is happening on the floor. There's definitely a connection there, but what is it? Or is it just another juicy red herring? I wouldn't put it past her. Screwing with people seems to be her favorite pastime. And I'm clearly in her crosshairs. In fact, when her eyes look upon and turn to my direction, that's exactly what they look like, crosshairs.
Now, Stanley.
Yes. She removes her hand from the security panel and slowly reaches towards me, smiling in a way that in equal parts alluring and foreboding. Even though I've seen it before, I can't help but find it unnerving. With a self-satisfied she plunks a helm from her weapon from my hands.
Would you kindly step through that door?
I'm stepping through that door. You step through the door, man. You got the powers. I like the view better out here. Screw it. Whatever's behind that door would kill me, so I might as well go without no regrets.
I like the view better out here.
You go ahead.
I can only assume that you're speaking about the servers. Or perhaps you've spotted your own reflection somewhere.
Maybe I'm talking about you.
Can't say that I have, though I am pretty damn handsome.
Yeah, I'm handsome.
Let's not get carried away.
Well, if you don't think I'm handsome, what is it you like about me? It must be something. First, you invite me to this after-hours side hustle, then you invite me over here all alone.
Yeah, all alone.
Careful, Stanley.
What? With a casual gain, Sandman stalks even closer. Something primal burning but behind her golden eyes. When she smiles, I swear I can see fangs.
Lest you forget your place. I brought you here as a professional.
What? I can't be unprofessional too?
And if I don't,
You professional? What are you gonna do?
What do you want?
I think you know, lady. Scorpion laughs and moves closer. Still, I could see my reflection in her eyes, and I feel her heart breath tickle my nose.
That's a question for another time. Think on it.
You know what I want, bro.
If you survive.
Okay. I gotta save though, guys. Alright guys, I'm getting out of here. As always, thanks for watching.